Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today we are going to look and see what the relationship between you and the person that you are thinking of would be like. This can be somebody that you were just talking to, somebody that you have a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas with, and you just want to see what the relationship would have been like to see if you should talk to this person, or if it's, somebody that you've been talking to for a while and you're thinking about taking it to the next level. Anything that you can imagine should be answered for you guys in this tarot reading today. I would highly recommend grabbing a snack or something because I pulled an absolutely insane amount of cards. I know this is gonna be long and in depth. I'm gonna summarize as much as I can just so we're not sitting here for 2 hours per pile. But I just really wanted to make sure that your questions are answered, and I'm excited about this. I got great energy whenever I was shuffling the piles, which is so good. Hopefully we're getting some new energy in there, right? A lot of us have been stuck in weird situations. So let's see. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that I do offer private readings, and all of that information will be down below. So if you would like one, I cannot wait to hear from you. All right, here we go. Here are the groups. This is group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. And you guys, the amount of cards in each of these groups is certifiably insane, just to give you a little idea there. This is going to be very in-depth. Granted, I'm probably going to summarize a lot of it, but as I was pulling, if you have the intuitive knowing that you just must pick 2 groups, I think it'll be okay in this video. Usually I run my shit where it's just one pile and that's the information you need, because it can get really confusing to pick multiple piles. However, Spirit told me that some of you out there, and don't make this fit your storyline if it doesn't, but that some of you out there can absolutely benefit from 2. No more than that though. So just take a second, meditate, and when you are ready, click your timestamp in the description below and we will get started. Group number 1, the amount of cards, it's just crazy. So what would your relationship be like? The first card we have coming out is gentleness, nature, discernment, healing. Okay, I'm setting these to the side. Basically, from this tarot deck, I pulled for the masculine energy, and from this tarot deck, I pulled for the feminine energy. So I'm going to dive really deep into those. But right off the bat, we do have that this is a healing connection. I feel like a lot of you have been through some bullshit. And at this point, you're good at discerning what's good, what's not. You've learned your red flags. You've learned your green flags. So I think that this is just something easy, right? I feel like you guys are ready for something easy. We have gentle. You could also potentially marry this person because we do have somebody in a wedding dress. I also feel like one of the big things you guys are going to bond over is nature. Maybe you're already bonding, but if you don't love nature and you haven't been through bullshit, I would suggest picking another pile because maybe this one isn't for you. That seems to be the central theme around here. Okay, so what is this relationship offering you? We have impatience. So really what this is saying is the opportunity to learn patience. I feel like you have been impatient with life and with meeting this person that's going to treat you gently and treat you the way that you want to be treated. And so all of that impatience is finally coming to an end, because in a sense you have been patient. And I know that that might sound convoluted and like it doesn't make a lot of sense, but while you have been feeling impatient about meeting this person, you have exercised patience, because I mean, what else were you going to do when they weren't there? All right, we also have companionship. This person's going to be your best friend, okay? It's not just a relationship, it's a friendship. So maybe you guys are already friends, but also that's not going to go anywhere. So it's like a deeper thing. You're going to be able to be more honest with each other. And I think that that's why it's going to be so healing, because it's not just this pressure to sleep together and build a foundation where you don't know each other. You guys are going to learn who each other are. And again, just be like best friends together and build upon, just companionship. Like, you're not going to necessarily want to be away from each other, not because you're clingy, but because you're like, that's my person. I want them around as I navigate through life. We also have service. So you, how do I want to word this? I don't want to get dirty. I immediately interpreted this as, a little dirty, but I think you guys are always gonna be there for each other. Like, the masculine energy is constantly gonna be like, what can I do for you? Like, what can I help you? I feel like their love language might be acts of service. Somebody here, their love language is acts of service. So just know that you will be fully taken care of in this relationship. We also have courage. So this person is gonna push you. And by the way, I'm reading for both energies. So this goes for masculine and feminine. Slow down. Masculine and feminine. You will pull each other out of each other's shells. Casey Musgrave sings a song. I'm going to try to put it in here because I cannot for the life of me think of what it is, but it's the song Butterflies. There's a line in there that's like, instead of tearing me down, you're lifting me up. I don't know. I'm going to put it in here. Actually, I probably won't. Just go listen to Butterflies. But that's what this is going to do. It's going to pull you out of your shell, and you'll be doing things that you didn't think that you could do before, just because this partner of yours is like your personal hype man. Like, they believe in you. They want to see you do all of the amazing, wonderful things that they know that you're capable of. And again, you for them as well. And so that's going to create a lot of courage, a surplus of courage, and to go out and do things in the world that you didn't think that you could. And a lot of that's coming through this healing that you guys will be doing together. We also have Make It God's. If you are not religious, that is fine. Basically, what this is saying is this relationship is sort of cradled in the divine. You need this person, they need you to get a lot of healing done. My neighbors are coming home, and they will judge me if they hear me doing this tarot reading and my window is open, so hang on just a second. Okay, we also have challenges, and this to me says that that is something that you will be able to overcome. I think that you guys have either already helped each other through a hard time, or there will be a hard time, and I do not say that to scare you. Life has its ups and downs. That's just a fact of life. But it's like, because all this healing has been done, because you really trust this person, because it's so healthy, you know that you can take refuge in this person's arms whenever challenges do arise. It won't be somebody that you have to run away from or over explain yourself to. You can just be like, damn, this sucks. And they're like, damn, I know. And you guys are going to be able to get through that together. All right. We also have assertiveness. To me, this is, it's coming out with this courage card, right? You're going to have this newfound assertiveness, not only with the rest of the world, but with each other. You're going to be able to communicate with each other in a way that you've not been able to communicate with any of your other past partners. Like, they're really going to hear you and listen to you and see you and appreciate you. And it's going to allow you to be assertive. It says, rise up, stand stronger and true. So I don't mean like aggression. I just mean, you know, this ability to like stand in your space, and that person is going to respect you for doing so. We also have longevity. This is going to last a long time, you guys. This isn't some, 2-week, 6-week thing. Like, when you guys get together, because the foundation is so beautiful and steady and strong, it's for the long haul. Now, I don't necessarily mean marriage. Could be marriage, but it is going to last a long time because you guys have stuff that you are meant to learn from each other and heal together. This is definitely, even if it's simply karmic, and I don't necessarily like using these terms, but it's good karma. Like, it's time for you guys to get some good karma out of this. All right, let's see. We also have insight, and we have silence. I think that the insight would be coming from, the answers are there for those who look. I think it'll be an insightful relationship into you guys personally. Like, both of you are going to learn a whole lot about yourself and the way you want to navigate in this world through a lot of the work. And when I say work, I just mean living out the relationship and learning things and experiencing life together. You'll gain a lot of insight from this. And if you don't, get married and you carry on into another relationship, this will be what really creates your knowing of what you truly want. And I stuttering because like this is really hard to like come through. Like, the message is here and I completely lost it, so I'm thinking it's gonna come back out in here. All right, we also have silence. This isn't somebody that you can't sit in awkward silence with. This is somebody that you can call up and take a nap together. This is so comfortable, is really the word that I'm getting. Divine connection. Like I said, there are things that you are meant to learn and heal with this person in a loving and gentle way. Okay, we also have the stone and we have the thread. Look, like I said, this is fated, and I don't mean some deep bullshit where you have all these problems to work through. There are problems in your life to work through, but it's going to be so easy and so gently done. Oh yeah, shit, we had gentle. So gently done with this person that it's not toxic and it's not chaos. It's easy. That's the word that's coming to mind with this. And again, like I said, the way that you're going to overcome these problems isn't through like forcing and having to do a lot of shadow work. It's just through this sudden insight that you actually are able to communicate so openly and so beautifully with someone. Now, finally, we have man and we have Clover. So the masculine being introduced into the feminine's life here is going to change both parties' luck around. It could be luck in love. It could be luck in, wherever the person is most unlucky. This connection is going to completely change all of that because of all this inner work and inner healing you are doing. Also, I feel like this just typically is a happy-go-lucky man or a happy-go-lucky feminine energy. It's like I said, it's just easy, and there is a certain amount of like, I want to use the word gruffness to this man, but underneath that is like this gentle person, and that is going to get brought out more with the feminine being introduced into his life. All right, and finally, we have child and we have ship. Ship is all about expansion, traveling. You could actually have a child together. If you do have a child or he has a child, it will just be about expanding this family, kind of taking each other in, and the child being accepted as well. Now, that might take some time. However, it's a possibility. So don't write it off if you thought that wasn't a possibility, because it could be that somebody here doesn't think that it's a possibility. However, it is a possibility. I also see a lot of travel. Okay, so this is saying a whole lot. These cards are loaded here. I don't want to spend too much time on it though. I just kind of wanted to briefly talk on these because I want to make sure I have time for these. Now, over here on the feminine side, this is what the relationship is going to be like. This is how the feminine is going to behave. We have 9 of emotions. So, oh my God. All right, poor girl. We have 9 of emotions, 3 of voices. This girl has had her heart broke many, many times. I think that she's been through a shit ton of stuff, okay? The feminine here has been through the absolute ringer. We have the Tower, all right? Many Tower moments. We have 3 of voices, many, many heartbreaks, many tears spilled. However, she thought at some point, all right, that she's just going to keep wandering into the dark void because she feels like at this point, like that's what her heart is becoming. And in walks this man and completely turns around everything, right? The luck changes. He's going to be there for her. He's going to serve her in a way that she just didn't expect. But what's interesting is she has done a lot of healing. Now, that's exactly why this opportunity has presented itself. Before, she was closed off, all right? She wasn't open for it. She wasn't ready for it. She was just wandering around aimlessly. However, she's put in a lot of work. She's put in a lot of work to take care of herself, to rest, to heal. She is not fully healed, okay? The feminine here is not fully healed. However, that's okay because she's going to keep going. She's got the strength. She had the strength to overcome all of this. And this relationship is going to serve her as well in the aspect of healing, further healing. Right now, the feminine needs to know that this kind of a relationship is possible. Again, even if it doesn't last forever. Like, that is what this karma is, to understand that, yes, good things can happen. Yes, you've earned this love, or, yes, this love is possible for you. And like I said, it can lead to marriage because we do have 4 of inspiration, which tends to be the card of marriage. But it's also just a card of success if it's not talking about marriage. So again, even if it doesn't last forever, it is going to be so very successful, this relationship. And finally, we have Queen of Materials. Talking about luck changing. The feminine here has had problems with money, okay? Maybe every time she gets her hands on some, it somehow winds up going out the door with like car problems or, this, that, and the third. That financial blockage has been present in the life because of a heart blockage, okay? Because of a blockage against love. Well, opening the door to this love and experiencing how beautiful this is going to change your luck around with money too. So this is going to be the relationship where kind of everything changes for you. So that's that for the feminine. Let's take a look at the masculine here. Oh my God, look. Okay. I love what I do. First of all, we have Six of Wands. This is the card of ultimate success. A flame burns in this masculine energy for this female. There has always been a flame in some way. You know, maybe if you believe in past lives, it comes from a past life. Maybe if it's been a friendship, then the flame has like been slowly, quietly burning in the background. And if you just met, it's just like this automatic spark, okay? Whatever the situation may be. Now, we do have the Hanged Man. So the masculine is still sorting out some shit, okay? In his own life. I don't feel like the masculine is necessarily very happy, okay? Maybe content because they don't really want to parade around being miserable, but they're in a point in their life where they're just like, you know, like the Hanged Man. We all know what that is. However, this relationship, that's part of the healing that's going to happen for him. He is going to, you know, spread his wings and be like, I'm not stuck anymore. Like, I love life. I love this girl, like, or boy. I don't mean to put, you know, gender whatever specificity. I don't mean to mess with gender, but he's gonna blossom. He's gonna find like a zest for life again, because I feel like she's a pretty entertaining person. She's full of life. All right. Also, we do have Father of Wands and we have Mother of Wands. So there is going to be passion here. This is a couple. I will say sometimes these are the more negative. This is a more negative couple in this specific deck. I don't think anything of that in this situation. I just think that there's been a lot of stuff that has to be overcome. I think the guy can be kind of an asshole. I think the girl can be kind of a bitch. Oh, again, I'm sorry, masculine, feminine. These kind of people, if you can trust them, if they've given you their loyalty, and this goes for both, if they've given you their loyalty, you will never have to want or need for nothing. Like, they are always going to be there for you. However, if they haven't specifically said that you have their loyalty, like, they don't care. And that's because of the things that they've been through, their perspective on the world. But it's almost like when you guys get together, it's that perfect loyalty, all right? It's like it's you against the world. And that's how this masculine is viewing this. All right. Also, we do have, we have seven. We have Seven of Swords in reverse. I don't want to take this in reverse. Now, typically this is the card of ghosting. Okay. However, in this deck, and the vibe I'm getting from this is there is a bit of self-serving, self-interest vibe coming from the masculine here, but I don't necessarily think it's bad. Again, this person can be an asshole, but also I think it's more like, yeah, I got her, she's mine. That self-interest, like, they're excited to parade you around. They're excited to be like, I have you. Are they going to treat you right? Absolutely. Do they really genuinely care about you? Absolutely. Are they parading around to everybody else that they are the ones that got you? Absolutely. They'll probably be a dick to your ex-boyfriends because they want to parade around the fact that now they have you. So I honestly, I mean, because it's not coming across as toxic. It's just like, they're like, yeah, that's mine. Yeah, she's mine. And so it is self-serving. Like, they're proud of themselves for getting you, but it's not toxic. It's not bad. Okay, finally, we have, oh, look, oh my God, we have Four of Wands coming out on the masculine end as well, which we had in the feminine pile. So again, very successful for the man too. Very successful for the woman, successful for the man. It could potentially lead to marriage. And even if it doesn't, and you guys part ways, it'll be so mutual since you're both getting this card, and it'll just kind of be like one of those situations where the time is right. It is not going to be because one of you does dirty or one of you is in love and one of you isn't. Like, whatever it is, you guys are going to be on the same page when and if it does end. So definitely don't stress about that. We also have Wheel of Fortune here, which I was kind of already talking about that, right? About how everything's going to change. So it's going to change for the masculine too. Like, he's finally going to unhang himself and be excited about life again. And then, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Wands? Well, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. It's going to progress relatively quickly. And I think that that's going to be a shock because you see how this lightning bolt is coming out. I think that both parties right now kind of have this idea, oh, we're going to take it slow. But it's like, once that shit clicks, it's going to naturally progress fast. But again, don't let that scare you. Like, ease into it, sink into it, because like I said, with both of you having the Four of Wands coming out, with both of you, somebody else is coming in. With both of you having the Four of Wands come out, you're either going to get married or it's going to be successful, and then you'll just grow apart and you'll both be like, yeah, we grew apart, but you'll remain friends. So have fun. This is beautiful. That is all that I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this, then definitely please subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Number 2, we have the Sustainer. I can't pronounce that word. Oh, it's going to show up backwards. Never mind. Okay, we have Fish, Tree. First of all, this is going to be a very abundant relationship. A very, very abundant relationship. I'm going to put these to the side. I pulled these to represent the feminine energy. And then I'm going to pull these to the side because I pulled these to represent the masculine energy. And I'm going to first read just kind of like the joint energy of the whole relationship. So we have gratitude, ambition, money. Like I said, very abundant. The fish here represents money, like physical riches. So you could potentially be in some sort of business together. Maybe you met at work, or this whole relationship dynamic is just going to add fuel to the fire to whoever is the paper chaser here. Because money is a huge theme. It could be that your man is rich or this woman is rich, and it's time for you to enjoy the finer things in life. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. We can have a conversation about it if you want to. If you think differently, then cool. But the tree talks about family, and it talks about expansion, growing something. So you're growing money together. Ambition, again, power couple. That's it. I'm getting a power couple dynamic. Also gratitude. That's going to be one of the ways that you guys get to this next level, by practicing gratitude. And you'll be so grateful for each other that fuels everything. All right. We also have trust, intention. Yes, I think you guys are going to be manifesting together. Power couple, manifesting, because you guys trust each other, listening and centering. I think you guys are very spiritual, and you're spiritual to the point where you're like, what is the point in poverty? What is the point in poverty? Like, what is the point in sitting around like being broke as shit? Let's make some moves together. That's kind of the, sorry, whatever's happening out there is distracting. That's what's happening. Look, yes, realization. One or both of you have not grown up with riches or like a lot of fancy things, and I think that you because you're so deeply spiritual, maybe at some points you thought money was the root of all evil, and now you're kind of coming into this place where you realize that the world is abundant, okay, and lack is an illusion that somebody else wants us to believe in. So now you're like, I want some of that money. I want in on that, and you're gonna realize that there's no harm in it. Let's see, we also have slow down. Slow down the romance, okay? Don't move in together immediately. Don't say I love you too quickly. And the reason why is because this relationship was really brought into your life to help you progress with your material goals. And I'm not saying that love will get in the way of it, but if you completely focus and get swept up in any kind of drama within the relationship, or any kind of like runner chaser dynamic, or any kind of like I'm not good enough, they're not good enough kind of mess, then it's going to take away from the root of what this relationship is trying to serve. Okay, keep your eye on the intent that you have set for your life, and allow this person to help you flourish. All right, we also have fortitude. Be brave and dig deep. So the relationship has that, you have that ability because you trust each other. You can really dig deep and get in there and like really figure out what you want. So again, don't get swept up in your idea of what you think romance should be, I think is kind of what's trying to come through here. And then we have the Odyssey for the door that you're walking through. So you're about to go on a journey. Really open yourself up to this experience. I feel like that's kind of sounding confusing when I say like don't get swept up in the romance. I don't necessarily mean that, but I feel like you guys are the type of people to get swept up in the drama of relationships, and you live for the drama because you love to be in love. You love to feel that passion. And that's kind of what it's saying to be careful of. Don't invent shit to feel passion, if that makes sense. Like if it's feeling dull and it's feeling boring, chances are that's probably healthy, and that's time for you to work on these other goals. Okay, I hope that explained that better. Let's take a look at the feminine energy here. Two of materials. Yes, juggling a lot. I feel like money in your pocket would help you out right now. 10 of materials. This is one of the happiest endings in the tarot deck, and it is focused around material things. That's not bad. We live here on earth. We cannot escape material things. We have to make friends with them. You know, I mean, if we weren't meant to master this part of life, then why the hell are we here on earth? Our souls could have incarnated anywhere, or shit, we wouldn't even have been born. So it's okay to like get invested in this so long as you see it from a place of abundance instead of lack. All right, we also have 9 of voices. I also feel like the feminine has a lot of anxiety and fear and worries about the future and money and finances. And I feel like to a certain degree, it's the masculine who's going to kind of hold it down and teach the feminine here about this. I feel like she wants it, he's got it, or at least knows how to attain it. And he's just been looking for a queen to come sit with him on the journey. Okay, we also have Page of Emotions. So this is the opportunity, the potential for deep love. It's not deep love yet. That's going to develop, though, along this journey. 5 of Emotions, she's scared of being left out in the cold. The feminine's scared of being left out in the cold here. So I do think she's going to need some reassurance. We'll see if the man can provide that here in a second. So sorry, masculine. And then we have 8 of Materials. So she's willing to put in the work, not only for the relationship, but if he's wanting to make moves, she's down. She's down to do it. She's down to learn. I feel like maybe some of you guys will be investing together, like learning how to figure out the stock market. Also, interesting enough, this flower is called a stock, which I just realized. I just saw that on the card when I looked down. So let's look into the masculine energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Again, I feel like the masculine is bringing a lot more knowledge, and I don't mean emotional knowledge, but knowledge about finances. But he's willing to share. He's willing to teach the feminine everything that he knows. We also have the World. So this is a lesson that it seems like more now that the feminine is meant to learn. And oddly enough, it is all tied up in love. Okay. Because if you have one block, if you have a block in love, you're not going to be receiving your abundance in the material world. And if you have a material world abundance, you're not going to be receiving love. One block creates a bunch of blocks. Okay. Let's see. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Swords. Yeah. Feeling restricted. The feminine has felt restricted by the way she grew up, by the situation she's in now. Maybe she's a single mom. She's juggling a lot of shit. Okay. Then we have the Chariot, finally moving forward. We have this butterfly that's about to emerge, finally moving forward here. Father of Cups, the masculine really wants to take in this feminine energy, and I don't want to say father her because that's fucking weird, but definitely kind of show her the reins, especially with this Chariot here. It's kind of like give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but teach a man to fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. This person's going to give you a fish and then teach you how to fish because they want the best for you. All right, and then finally we have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. By the way, it's cute that this isn't just Father of Pentacles, okay? This is Father of Cups. So it's an emotional offer, especially with this Ace of Cups. Like, not only does he want to take care of you materially, he wants to take care of you emotionally as well. He wants to truly be there for you and love you, and change your life up. We have Ace of Swords. I feel like this person has seen, kind of what you come from, and kind of everything that's on your plate, and he wants to change it up, make it better, take care of you, and then get you to the point where I don't want to say aren't taking care of yourself, because that's what you've been doing. You've been taking care of yourself your whole life, and taking care of other things your whole life. So I don't mean take care of yourself. I just mean elevate. We'll put it that way. You've been kind of in survival mode, I think, the feminine here. So it's like he wants to show you how to never have to go back to survival mode again. So that is all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next. Number 3, let's see what's going on. We have the Father and the Heart. Healing some daddy issues, I see. Okay. We also have Anchor and Stars. I'm going to set these to the side because these are meant to represent the feminine here, and then these are made to represent the masculine here. If you are in a same-sex relationship, you can just apply whichever one makes the most sense for you. What is my hair doing? Okay, so now I'm going to read about the general energy of the relationship. Somebody here has daddy issues. It's weird to call daddy issues. It's weird to call it daddy issues for a man, but that's essentially what it is. Healing the relationship with the divine masculine will happen here. Okay. Let's see what else. Also, this person's really gonna hold it down. The masculine energy is holding it down for this person. So that, to me, with the anchor and the stars, it's like holding it down so that you can go further in life, right? And then we have a lot of heart healing happening. So that is one of the big things that's going to be happening in this relationship. We also have dreams, truth, purity, and reflection. This relationship is going to make you both look at yourselves and get really, really honest about yourselves, about the things that you want, about the traumas that you have. I'm interested to see as we go on if this is going to be easy or if this is going to be one of those like tough situations. Also, I feel like it's going to bring a certain amount of innocence back to one or more of you. Like, it could be to both of you, but I feel like in particular, one person doesn't feel like they have any amount of innocence, okay? And trigger warning, skip ahead like 20 seconds if you don't want to hear this, but it's possible that someone's been through abuse, okay? And has always had an issue with that. Maybe that's what set up some of the daddy issues. But this is going to restore a sense of purity, like a sense of complete resetting to where the feminine now gets a better idea of what the truth is of the divine masculine, and a lot of reflection will be done within this. It's sort of like the relationship of their dreams, of the feminine's dreams, is what I'm picking up on here. All right, let's keep looking. As far as kind of like, look, distant dream, isn't that weird? It could be that the man has dreamed about this too. I'm not really picking up anything on the feminine energy from this, but it's obviously clearly present, because this says, the distance calls your heart to roam free. As you dare dream it, so must it be. And then we have dreams here. And then we have nomad. I feel like maybe the masculine, and maybe even the feminine to a certain degree, thought that they would never truly settle down. Like, they always thought that they would, you know, go to here, go to there, and never really settle with somebody. And I think that one or both of you hasn't wanted to, but what you will be learning in this relationship is that you can do it together. You can travel together. You can be free together. It's not like a handcuff. It's going to be a wonderful addition. And that is something that the masculine or the feminine has dreamt about deeply, possibly both. But somewhere thought that it was never possible. So that's what I'm picking up on there. We also have awareness, strength, and virility. Okay, so this, shake it up a little. You've got this. Doing something different. Strength. This is going to be a really strong relationship. And in regards to that reflection card coming out, we also have awareness. So it's going to bring awareness to maybe some strange beliefs that you've held or the masculine has held about himself and the way the world navigates, or how the opposite energy typically behaves. And then we have change, trust, loneliness, independence, striving. Okay, this completely validates that. Trust has come out in every single group before, which is so beautiful. This has been some good energy today. I appreciate you guys for watching. So, back to what I was just saying. We have independence, but we have loneliness. It's like one or both of you is independent to the point where you do get lonely. You don't really let anybody else in. And I think it's because you don't necessarily trust people. Definitely the feminine is not trusting, barely trust anybody. And I think that maybe to a certain degree the masculine might be that way, but it feels like I'm picking up on more of that on the feminine energy. Now, we do have change. Don't get scared. When this starts happening, this card literally says, don't scare yourself with the next 40 steps. Just focus on, one step at a time. Don't strive to see the full picture. Don't strive to overthink things to death to where you unravel the whole thing before it even gets started, because so far it's sounding really, really beautiful. It's sounding like this could literally be the relationship of your dreams, but if anything is the downfall of this relationship, it is going to be yourselves. So let's check into the feminine energy and see what's going on with her. Then we are going to look in the masculine's energy. We have the Chariots, Awakening, Two of Inspiration, Knight of Emotions, Muse of Inspiration, Ten of Emotions, Page of Materials. More than anything, while she might be guarded, the feminine wants to welcome this emotional happy ending. Okay, this Ten of Cups is one of the most beautiful happy endings in the tarot deck. However, there's something preventing her from completely moving forward. And I think that's because she's like, well, what do I do? She has two options in front of her. to take it or not to take it. Now, essentially what this is saying is take this. It could be between two people. I just stuck myself in the nose. It could be between like doing this relationship or hanging on to something in the past, or, you know, this relationship, or worried about something else. And like I said, if anything gets in the way of this, it's going to be yourself. But she's been waiting on this. And she, I think, knows the potential here, because we have Knight of Emotions. She's been waiting on her white horse, her knight and whatever the hell I'm trying to say, to come in and scoop her up and take care of her and show her this love. But she's a little scared of it, okay? This female here, or this feminine energy, is incredibly passionate. A very passionate purpose? Okay. But person, has a zest for life like no other. And that's one thing she's afraid of, I think. She also overthinks things to death. Like I was saying earlier, don't overthink it before it even begins, because that's the only thing that's going to get in the way of this. You guys need to pick another group, because you need to see what's going to happen if you stop overthinking it. There's something underneath this, because all of this is about not getting in your own way. So this is going to be a relatively quick pile. So I encourage you to pick another one. And if you were feeling intuitively in the beginning, you know, like, hey, I could do that one or that one, and I don't know what I'm trying to say, pick another one. All of this on the feminine side is about wanting it but getting in her own way, and that's so surface. So dig a little deeper, and the next pile that you pick will help you dig deeper. So that's really all that's there in this one. So let's see the masculine. We have the moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a good sign. The star, 4 of pentacles, 8 of pentacles, the emperor, 5 of wands, and justice. Okay, definitely pick another pile, because sort of the same thing is happening. With this masculine energy here. It's like he wants it. You know, he's willing to invest. He's willing to put in the hard work. But he's hanging on too tightly to something. And I think that's something is like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to lose this person. I don't want to get tangled up in this shit again. I've been through this before. You know, but this dude has his stuff together. And that's probably what it is. He knows he's going to be fine on his own. But I think he wants it too, because we have the star. The moon... That's a little complicated. I don't exactly know. Well, it looks like the moon is coming out because... Oh my God. I don't know. What's coming out is like, this is like the crying over spilled milk card. This is like the self-pity card. The like, oh, woe is me card. So it could be that this person is hiding pieces of their true personality from the feminine. Hanging on too tightly to... maybe using this, oh, woe is me, like breaking a date, maybe just to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But I think subconsciously he's trying to push away the feminine, because he's hanging on too tightly to this freedom. Okay, I really think that's a man thing. Maybe a female thing too, but again, I think he still wants it, because like I said, he's willing to invest in this, and he's willing to put in the work that it's going to take. So definitely pick another one if you pick this group. Pick pile 1 or pile 2. Because one thing he's worried about is arguments and like struggle. Yeah, I'd pick another one. I'm going to end this one here because this is surface stuff. So now that that's been said, pick another one and go deeper with that. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, not that there was much here, but we'll see you in the next one or in another pile. Hey, group number 4. Let's see what your relationship would be like. First of all, we have celebration. We have thoughts, sanctuary, transition. I'm so sorry. I have already looked at some of these cards, and the first thing that I want to say to you guys before we dive into this is everything that I'm about to say may be true, okay? It may be true. However, that doesn't necessarily mean you are meant to end up together. It could just be, and it's going to depend on which side of this you're on, as if this message is for you rather than the other it all may be true, but you may not end up together. And it could just be that all of this is true and all of this is so deep, because if it wasn't, you would have never been pushed to learn the things that you were meant to from this relationship. So don't drive yourself crazy over this, all right? I had to say that. I had to say that before I dive into this, and it'll probably make sense in a second. So first of all, somebody in this connection, maybe both of you, I feel like you guys know each other. You already know each other. This is something deep. Maybe you guys have like been together in the past, or like had something in the past, and overthinking was sort of your downfall with this thought here. However, both people also think about how good this could be. They know, both of the people here know what a celebration this relationship would be, how beautiful, how loving, sanctuary it would be. I mean, the relationship itself would be a sanctuary, a safe haven, where both of you want to go to every minute of the day, but especially at the end of the day. Full trust, full intimacy. And I don't just mean like spicy relations. I mean full and actual intimacy. It's so beautiful. It would be like heaven on earth. All right, so let's dive deeper and see what's going on. I'm going to set these to the side. This is going to represent the masculine energy, and I'm going to set these to the side. This is the feminine energy. Okay, I don't know where to start here. I'm going to start here, actually. I do know. Fuck. Okay. God damn it. I don't even want to read this shit. Okay, we have snake and we have bear. Bear talks about the feminine really giving herself to the masculine in a way a mother would. And I don't mean it weird. It's just so very nurturing. The feminine here is always trying to take care of this masculine energy, constantly pouring herself out. And he's just a big old bear. He's just grumpy, and he's like not really appreciating it, and he's up to tricks. Like, this person doesn't know who they are. And it is incredibly deceitful. Now, is that deceit in a good way or a bad way? I don't know right now. Maybe it'll come out, but it's deceitful. They're not being truthful about the way they feel for you. It could be that they're telling you that they love you and they do not, or that they want to be with you and they do not, or it could be that they're claiming that they don't want to have anything to do with you and they desperately do. Either way, this person doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground, or again, masculine energy, not gender specific necessarily. But it's like, look, she keeps trying to offer stuff to him and he's just not having it. And she's tired. You can tell in this card that she's tired. But I guess a snake is a snake. Like, that's just what they do in this particular circumstance. I don't think that this bear wants to be a bear. You know, it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast vibes that I'm getting. It's like, it doesn't want to be a beast. It doesn't appreciate being the way that he is. He just is that way because he doesn't know himself. And that leads him to act in deceitful ways. So I don't think in this person's core, in this person's true core, that they are an awful person. I think that they just act in awful ways, and they make the feminine the bad guy in the story because they don't know how to handle themselves. They don't know themselves. Okay, so that's some dynamic that's going on here. We also have bats and garden. This talks about friendship and companionship, having a good time, and the bat can be a bad omen. It can talk about, you know, wisdom. It can talk about some good things, but more than anything, it's a bad omen, but it's an indication that somebody needs to evolve. And I think that something like that has already come out, hasn't it? I can't remember. I don't know what I did with those cards. Oh, transition. Yes, somebody needs to evolve here. Considering it seems like the masculine is the one resistant to change and doesn't want to behave in the ways that they do, I would say it's the masculine that needs to evolve. But, you know, I'm sure that the feminine here has room to work. I mean, room to improve. We also have the vow. So I hate to say it, but you guys are tied together for life, whether you like it or not. And one of you probably likes that. Maybe both of you like that. even if nothing comes of this, I mean, you guys are tied together for absolute life. And it's one of those situations where, despite how bad it could be, or how lonely or how ridiculous everything is, if it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you need help, you know that you can call this person and they will be there in a heartbeat. You know, like if they really know that you're serious. We also have Kairos, I think that I'm saying that right. And this card talks about synchronicity and mythic timing. Now, we all know what divine timing is. Mythic timing is fighting against time, which is exactly what this masculine is doing here. And I also think this card is also saying that you guys communicate in telepathic ways, okay? Maybe you listen to the same songs at the same time. Maybe you're thinking about them and then you pass a sign with their name on it, or any number of things like that. But lots of synchronicity happening in this connection here. Now that we know the dynamic here, I don't know why you're watching a tarot reading about this person, but let's just humor ourselves, I guess. So what would this relationship be like? We have self-acceptance, true offering, enjoyment, being enough, relationship, feelings, empowerment, contentment, and true love. But you already knew that, right? You already knew that. Both of you did. The feminine knows, and the masculine, who's super resistant to this, already knows. Somewhere, somehow. Or maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Okay, so about the self-acceptance, this relationship would teach you that self-acceptance. And both the feminine and the masculine need this lesson, because the feminine wouldn't be in this position of even waiting around or dealing with this person if they fully accepted themselves. The feminine absolutely would not be watching this tarot video or involved in this at all if she fully accepted herself. She would have walked away and been like, whatever, I'm done. But that's a lesson in the healing that has to happen here, right? We have true love. It is true love. It's unconditional true love, and you both know it. Both of you know it. Contentment. Be so happy, so fun, so easy, so beautiful. Empowerment. It would empower both of you guys. You guys would become a team. You would start acting as one. Feelings. This person, this masculine energy, cannot accept their feelings. They cannot express their feelings. This relationship would teach them how to do that, because there's a surplus of feelings here to feel. So if they learn to master that, they're going to learn to master a lot of areas in their life. Then we have relationship. That's the problem, right? Like if you finally were in a relationship with this person, that would be what the relationship is about the relationship, about being with this other person, working in harmony with this other person, working towards goals, having a true, real relationship. We also have true offering. You guys, there's not a deeper love. And it sucks for you right now, because I know that you're in separation. Probably. A lot of you are, I think, based on the nature of these cards. But it's real. And like I said, that doesn't mean you're going to end up together, but it is so very, very real. Everything that you feel is real. Everything that you think it could be is real, but that just doesn't mean that you're going to be together. It could be that the reason why you have to feel it so deeply and have this life connection to this person is so that you actually do the work you're meant to do. It would be beautiful if you guys could end up together, but that is going to come down to this masculine energy figuring his shit out. If you didn't have this tie to this person the way that you do, and if they didn't have the tie the way that they do to you, what would be the thing keeping you working on yourself, right? That's why it has to be so strong. That's why you have to feel it so strongly. It's not necessarily because you're going to get married and live happily ever after. You could, let me be clear, you could. It could be everything that you think it could be. The masculine, if you're watching, everything that you think it could be, it would. She's not going to leave you. She hasn't left you yet. Even if you're not talking, her soul, her spirit is still there with you. Feminine, if it's you watching, you have to learn that you're enough. Being enough. Don't chase validation in this person. What they're going through has nothing to do with you. And that's your lesson in all of this. Learn to be enough. You love this person so much. You know that you would put it down all on the line for this person. And so you wonder, like, why is that not good enough? But it's their shit. Like, you have to learn that you're good enough. That's your lesson in all of this. Be good enough for yourself. Know yourself well enough to know that you can walk away. I mean, we have enjoyment. Okay. We have communication, words of love, desire, clarity, resignation, Heart healing. Fuck. Oh my God, it's so complicated. Why can't you just be together? I can't fucking wait to look into these tarot cards. First of all, heart healing, okay? That's what this relationship would be like. You are fully going to heal each other. The relationship will heal so many wounds and so many voids within you. Why? I hope to God the masculine happens to be watching this and it's you hearing this, okay? Because what are you doing? What are you actually doing? Say goodbye to what you no longer need. All the wounds, all the trauma, all the fucked up shit that you can't change, that you can only learn from and heal from. You're gonna kiss that shit goodbye. You're gonna kiss that pain goodbye because you finally have somebody that's down for you, that's not gonna treat you like that. And if you guys have had problems before, it's just because you're butting heads. And again, that mythic timing, you're fighting against time, you're fighting against the connection. Clarity, bright passive understanding will open. Desire. Not only do you fully mentally love each other and emotionally love each other, but you physically love each other. Like you will not be able to get enough of each other. I'm talking like rabbits all night, all day, constantly. And it's so sappy. It's so intimate. It's like brushing each other's hair, giving each other a bath, like staring into each other's eyes for no particular reason. Words of love, just like being sappy sweet with the stuff that you say together and to each other. And then we have communication. It's going to build your communication. I think that there's a lot of trauma in this connection that prevents one or both of you from speaking your truths. And this relationship would help heal that, not only within you guys, but within the rest of the world, because this essentially would be a you against the world kind of thing. You guys would act as one. Okay, do I want to look at the feminine or the masculine first? Because both of y'all are about to irritate me. I can feel it. Let's look at the masculine first. The masculine wants her so bad he can't stand it. And again, I don't mean to be gender specific. I keep slipping up because I am a woman interested in men. What the hell is this? I just found a note in my house. I'm very curious as to what that is. Anyways, wants her so bad that he can't stand it. Like he just wants everything that she offers. He really does. But look, he keeps having these tower moments time after time after time. Also, just in case you are the masculine watching and you haven't put it together yet, anytime this feminine isn't in your life, your shit goes up in flames because you are fighting against it, which creates this energy of you fighting against your entire life. Now, I'm not saying go be with her to fix your shit. Don't make her fix your shit anymore. Fix your own shit and then go be with her. And then be like, I want to be with you. And maybe that's what you're trying to do right now. But if you're mad at her, if you're harboring any, I don't know, ill will towards her, you have to understand that what else was she going to do for you? What else? She did it all and you pushed her away and you're good at pushing people away. You can't blame her. You blaming her is just going to cause another tower moment for you. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Oh, okay. First of all, hi Capricorn, how are you? Second of all, the devil. You're your own inner demon and you're plagued with him. Don't get me wrong, but it's almost like you make friends with him. And you know what that does? It sets you on fire from the inside. You have just rolled around with your inner demons and made friends with them and told yourself that that's why you can't be with this person. That's why you can't change. You don't want to let them go yet. But I mean, part of you does, but then you don't. Look, we have the lovers. You love her. You love them. But you're playing the victim and it's disgusting because you're manipulating them into thinking that they're the bad person because you're not ready to accept responsibility for it because you've made friends with your demons. Son of Pentacles. Fix your shit with your dad, your parents, whatever it is, you have to let that go. And you have to understand that it is a problem. It's a problem. You want so bad to earn the approval of your one or more of your parents. And they haven't given that to you. But you know what? It's because they're a piece of shit. It has nothing to do with you. So the reason why you don't want anything to do with her right now is because you already have their approval. She didn't ask you to prove yourself. She didn't ask you to jump through hoops for her. She saw you, she loved you, and that was it. She's ready to rock and roll. It is that easy. Don't overthink that, because this is a soul connection. It's that simple. So it's like you see no value in other people that don't treat you the way this. Then now I'm saying that one of your parents is the devil in your life. That's the voice of your inner demons. Man, this is fucked up. Yeah, okay. Six of Cups. It's fated, all right? You're meant to be together. It could be a past life connection. Could be that you guys promised before you came here on this life to do this for each other. Or it could just be that the roots run fucking deep, depending on what your personal beliefs are. There's so much passion that the masculine has for this feminine here. But all of this shit is getting in the way. God, I hope to God the masculine is watching. Like, you need your fucking ass kicked. You need your ass kicked. Again, also grow up. We ain't got no kings here, but we got 2 sons. Stop letting your past hold you back and accept that with this person, with this one person, it's that fucking simple. She's there for you. She's not gonna leave. She's not gonna go anywhere. It's as simple as I love you, period. All right. I also don't think that the masculine has the confidence to necessarily be with the feminine right now. And that's another thing that you need to work on. I'm looking in the book because I can't remember what this is and I can't count it because it's all dark down there. Oh, stupid. Okay. If you climb the stairs, if you do what you need to do, stop dragging her into your bullshit and treat her like a fucking person, then you're gonna be successful. She's not gonna go anywhere. She only went somewhere because she had to, man. What else was she gonna do? Okay, I'm done with that. You already know. And I think that maybe you need to hear the feminine, all right? Let's see. Oh my God. 3 of Inspiration. She's waiting. Now, don't get me wrong. She's living her life. She will talk to other people. She will focus all of her intention on her career. She will not stop her life for you because she can't. She knows that she has a life to live, but her soul is waiting. She is not waiting in her life, but her soul is just aching. She's waiting for the ships to come back in. 5 of Voices, she's waiting on you to give an olive branch. I feel like, fucked up one too many times. You pushed her away and pushed her away and pushed her away. And she sits there and she sends you out unconditional love. And do you fucking deserve that? If you ask her, the answer is yes. If you ask you, you know that it's not. And that's another thing that you overthink. Why does she keep giving me this love? Because she loves you, man. However, at this point, she needs an olive branch from you. So, feminine, stay true to that. You don't need to reach out to this person again. Wait on your olive branch. If you want to wait for them, if your soul still loves them, wait on your olive branch. Like, I feel like that eventually this person's going to come to you, this masculine energy, when he gets his shit together. But if he doesn't, keep living your life. But there is an olive branch that needs to be extended to you because what else were you supposed to do? Queen of Inspirations. Stay in your passion. Don't lose your passion because of what you're going through with this person. If they are not there, they are not there, and there is nothing you can do about it. No amount of anything that you can do is going to do anything about it. So stop hanging on. Stop hanging on to the idea that it will change. I know in your soul, but let them live there. Just let them live there in a little tiny corner rent-free. But do the rest of your life. Don't stop. Don't not do that. 6 of Materials. Keep being you. Don't be afraid to give your heart to other people. This person, yes, it's love. Yes, it's true. Yes, it's unconditional. But this person has shit they have to figure out. This masculine energy here. Yeah, you're soulmates. You're meant to be together. You know it. They know it. But they're not here right now because they have shit they need to work on. Shit that you cannot do for them. They're just not seeing it clearly. And that's not your fault. If they do, it's going to be successful. Okay, but you know that. You knew that. You knew that before you clicked on this. So that's all that I have. I'm sorry. It's emotionally draining as shit. But I love you guys, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one.